Hey Hornets, welcome to the first broadcast of 2020. I'm Breyton.
And I'm Bailey. On this week's episode, we'll be covering the upcoming basketball area tournaments, a way to show some love to that special someone, and a trip to Atlanta that's sure to make history.
Stay tuned for more after the break.
My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Juniors and seniors, today is the last day to buy your prom tickets for $75. Also, if you pay as a junior this year, you don't have to pay next year.
If you are interested in writing, the Buzz is accepting writing submissions in the front office or in the library until March 18th.
And lastly, today is the last day to buy a yearbook for $85 outside of room 212.
A lot of the sports here at Baker are either ending their season or just now getting started.
The boys and girls basketball teams in particular are coming to a close with their upcoming area tournaments.
Let's go to Amber for more information.
Hey Baker, our boys and girls basketball team have had a great season so far. Next week, they will be competing in the area tournament. Let's see what our coaches and players have to say. The area tournament will be held at Mary G. Montgomery for the boys and Theodore High School for the girls. There will be a total of 5 teams in the tournament, but each team will face 2 of the other 4.
The team that I'm most looking forward to playing is Davidson, since they're our first game in the tournament, so that's the team that I'm most worried about right now.
Honestly, both Davidson and Theodore.
Yes, Theodore because they beat us twice and it's hard beating the team 3 times, and Davidson because we went into overtime with them.
As the players are focusing on taking each team at a time, the basketball players also enjoy the support of our fellow Hornets to cheer them on.
Just knowing that you have people behind you supporting you and everything you do in their game, it just really helps you in your confidence.
It's good because it gives us momentum and energy towards the game.
Having a big student section is very important for a winning season, but it's not always about winning for these resilient players.
Just playing with my teammates and having fun, and basically that.
Okay, Hornets, come out and show your support to the team as we hope to advance further onto regionals.
Well, I'll definitely be there to cheer on our Hornets.
Yeah, let's be sure to come out and support our teams.
Oh, it's time for 5 questions with the teacher.
My name is Mr. Lipsky. I teach business education courses here at Baker, and this is 5 questions with a teacher. What is one thing you can't live without and why? Ooh, I'd have to say coffee. I love my Yellowhammer coffee too. That's my favorite. All right, would you rather have lunch duty every day or a faculty meeting every day? Why? If Mr. Prue's watching, I'd rather have a faculty meeting every day. If you could have dinner with any celebrity, who would it be and why? Ooh, this is a tough one. I would have to say Amy Lee, one of my favorite musicians of all time. What's your favorite thing about teaching a computer class? Using a computer. I've used computers all my life since I was really little. They're a huge part. I've always used them. And I think they're cool. You can do some really cool things with computers. What made you want to be a teacher and why? Once I realized how much I love working with high school age students, that sold me right away. So that's why I'm here for y'all.
Honestly, I couldn't live without coffee either.
Same, but Dunkin' wins for me. Have you ever noticed how hard Valentine's Day shopping is? Because I'm struggling.
Well, yeah, I've been looking for a gift for 2 weeks myself.
Hopefully,
Valentine's Day is quickly approaching, so if you're struggling to find that perfect gift for that secret admirer, we have some good news for you. Mrs. McGallagher and her entrepreneur class are selling chocolate-covered candy apples for just $5. You can buy one during your lunchway by the cafeteria or at room 209 before or after school. The last day to pre-order is February 5th, and they will be delivered first block on Valentine's Day. Mrs. McGallagher's entrepreneur class are full of seniors who come up with different business techniques throughout the school year.
We wanted to do something for Valentine's Day, and so we was brainstorming ideas, and somebody said, hey, why do we come up with candy apples? And instead of like the hard candy apples, we can just have chocolate candy apples.
These seniors work hard to come up with brilliant ideas that can benefit the school.
Half the money will go towards our business, and we decided on doing something, the rest of the money for something for Baker.
Everyone loves a good candy apple, but what are some other favorites?
Chocolate. Because that's what I would give myself, to be honest. I would definitely give myself candy.
Well, there you have it, Hornets. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, so make sure you pre-order your candy apple before February 5th.
I guess I can stop looking for a gift now because those apples look delish.
But don't forget to order it for your special someone by February 5th.
Now let's hear our weekly sports updates from Clay.
Hello, sports fans. On last Tuesday, our varsity teams played a doubleheader at Davidson. The girls put up a hard fight to the 11th ranked team in 7A girls, but came up a little short in overtime, 69-60. Senior Takari Jones drained a three with 6 seconds left in regulation to send it to overtime. The boys played hard and came away with a 58-45 win. However, these teams will meet again in the area playoff semifinal. Last Friday, our girls and boys had tough losses at McGill, but they will be hungrier to get them back in the regionals. Speaking of playoffs, our boys bowling team went to regionals but came up short to Oak Mountain on day 2. Trent Wilson led the team, finishing with a season average of 187, the highest season average at Baker. The boys finished the season 15-3. However, the girls went farther. Here's Coach Daigle with more on the girls' record-breaking run to the Elite Eight.
Oh, wow. I can't tell you how proud I am of the girls. We had made the playoffs before, but we had never made it to state. And so we go to the regional, and you have to win the first game to make it to state. And, you know, a lot of pressure on the girls, but they just performed great. Won the first match. We beat Bryant High School, qualified for state. And then we kept going. We beat Gulf Shores, eventually lost to Stanhope Elmore, but it's the first time we ever qualified for the state tournament.
In their victory over Gulf Shores, they were led by Laura McGuire, who bowled a 172. They finished 18-3 for the season, the most wins in program history. And finally, Baker's first wrestling team hosted the Hornet Duel Tournament this past weekend and swept 10-zip to win the tournament and increased their winning streak to 12 consecutive matches. Congratulations to our players that made the all-tournament team, Ben Basil, Gabe Randolph, and Riley Rorowski. And that concludes our report for last week's Baker Athletics. Now back to Bailey and Breyton.
Thanks, Clay.
History students here at Baker are taking their shot and will be going on a field trip to see a historical play that is sure to blow them all away.
Let's go to Michaela, who has more information on this upcoming trip to Hamilton.
Hey Baker, have you ever wanted to see a Broadway play? Well, one teacher on our campus is making that possible for her students. On May 1st, Mrs. Hines and 90 of her U.S. history students are heading to Atlanta to see Hamilton, which is a play based on the life of Alexander Hamilton.
We actually piloted something called the Hamilton Ed program through the Gilder Lehrman Institute of American History. So what my students do, they come in, they study about the founding era, they pick a topic, a person, or a document from that time period, and then they're going to create a performance piece based on the topic that they picked. My students have actually been asked to come to a performance of Hamilton in Atlanta to kind of, it's like a thank you for them actually piloting the program.
Mrs. Hines wants this to be a fun yet educational trip for her students that expands her appreciation for the history of our country.
I hope that they get to see history come alive on stage, to get a better understanding of how, one, the American Revolution played out, and two, really, you know, how the people involved in it, how involved they actually were.
We hope our students have a fun time on the trip, and we can't wait to hear about it. Bye, Baker.
That sounds like a great experience. We hope y'all have fun.
Hey, it's the last day of January. I wonder if anyone has actually kept their New Year's resolutions
Well,
this
I sure
long.
haven't, but let's see if anyone else on campus has.
What was your New Year's resolution and have you kept it?
To go to the gym, and yeah, I got a membership, but it ain't gonna last long.
Mine was Be Bad, I 2020.
Ending world hunger. Didn't happen.
I mean, you can't improve upon perfection, so I don't really do the resolutions, I guess. You could be more like me. Is that what your resolution could be?
Well, my New Year's resolution was to get a little bit more handsome, and clearly I've accomplished it. So.
I wanted to dunk on Deontay McCall, get faster over the summer, keep my body shape, and keep working out, and I have kept it since then.
Now, Groundhog's Day's coming up. Do you want winter to stay, or do you want spring to come?
I want spring to come. I'm ready for summer. Because of global warming, we won't have winter anymore, so we should keep it as long as we can.
Well, we all know we don't get really a winter down here anyway, so we're all going to be sweltering hot before too long, so might as well enjoy all this while we have it, I suppose.
My thoughts on Groundhog Day are kind of like doesn't matter.
Ready for the spring, kinda, because spring means my outdoor track season starts and I can stay outside a little bit longer.
Well, I'm sure hope that your resolution wasn't to not ignore people. I mean, oh my God. Well, my New Year's resolution is definitely not to mess up, but whatever. I'll see y'all next week. This is all we have for today.